Now at 6, voters in Pittsburgh will decide whether to continue a sales tax providing help to police and fire. Plus, the announcement of same-day services at Crawford County Mental Health. And we're going to hear from B&B Theaters on the plans for a new entertainment venue coming to Joplin.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Pittsburgh residents will vote whether to continue a public safety sales tax in the next election. This is KOAM News at 6. I'm Dow Quick. The tax went into effect in March of 2014. KOAM's Kerry Worthen talks with the Pittsburgh Chief of Police about what he sees as a need to continue that sales tax.
The focus on the community is number one with our agency.
Pittsburgh Police Chief Brent Nargis told me that the public safety sales tax allows the departments to better enhance their services to the community with technology, equipment, and more.
As far as staffing goes, we've had a number of patrol officer positions budgeted along with a standalone drug enforcement unit, additional dispatchers, a crime analyst position, along with a special drug prosecutor.
I spoke with one Pittsburgh citizen about his thoughts on continuing the public sales tax.
I grew up here, was gone a long time, and chose to come back. And one of the great things about Pittsburgh, it's not only moving in the right direction and doing well, but it's safe. The police department does a great job, fire department is good, so actually reduces our insurance to some degree. I mean, you're not going to be rich on your savings, but it does help.
ISO, or Insurance Services Office, creates ratings for fire departments and their surrounding communities. The ratings indicate how well equipped departments are to put out fires in that community.
They've been able to improve the city's overall ISO rating from a 3 to a 2, which is huge for a community our size.
If the public safety sales tax is renewed, it will continue for the next 10 years at a rate of 0.5%. Any
purchases, sales tax that is generated in the city itself, if it's a current resident in Pittsburgh or a visitor to Pittsburgh, be it a college student or just somebody traveling through town, would benefit from that.
In Pittsburgh, Kerry Worthen, KOAM News.
Pittsburgh residents are going to vote on that public safety tax on April 11th in a special election. If it's renewed, that tax would continue through the end of 2033. Authorities say an Ottawa County, Oklahoma pastor accused of sexually assaulting a juvenile was physically assaulted by a member of the victim's family. Court records say 42-year-old Fred Gammon Jr. of Miami is charged with child sexual abuse. Authorities say the abuse allegedly began when Gammon became the pastor of Wayside Assembly of God Church in Wyandotte. Gammon is free on bail. The Miami police chief says a relative of the victim attacked Gammon, hitting him several times. Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Doug Heddy for a first look at the weather.
Well, it definitely turned out to be a great Monday for us today. Kind of in and out of the clouds, but temperatures great. Most of us 65 upwards to 70 for afternoon highs. But we do have a developing storm system out to our west, and that's going to change our weather up once again, especially tomorrow night heading into Wednesday. Until then, we look pretty good. Look at this, upper 50s to lower 60s right now. As we go through the overnight hours, we'll drop back through the 40s, eventually into the upper 30s a little bit later on tonight. But we're watching a lot of stuff this week. We have mild windy conditions through Wednesday. Strong thunderstorms Wednesday morning, turning much colder on Thursday and Friday. Also some showers for the weekend. We're going to break it all down for you here in just a bit.
See you soon. When the Joplin City Council meets tomorrow, one item on the agenda will be the proposed B&B Theater location at the southeast corner of 32nd Street and Hammonds Boulevard. If approved by the council, the new theater would feature laser projection, heated leather recliners, a bar and grill, and an arcade.
For us, it made a lot of great sense. We're approached regularly with opportunities to bring a theater to a new community by an economic development group or a city or a developer. This one, though, makes a ton of sense. B&B has had a presence in the area for a long time. Neosho, Monette, Miami, Oklahoma, Bolivar. And so this is our backyard.
Total cost for that project is estimated to be more than $33 million. A new mental health program offering quick access is coming to Southeast Kansas. Crawford County Mental Health is announcing the launch of their new same-day access program. It'll be a new method of accessibility for services where the mental health center offers intake assessments on the same day without a scheduling delay or wait list. They say it should result in quicker access to services and the elimination of no-shows for assessments. The same-day access program officially starts on March 20th. Coming up, area first responders meet for the annual Guardians Conference at Downstream Casino. Plus, how KOAM Nation looks to get more kids excited about education. Some area first responders gathered at Downstream Casino today for the annual Guardians Conference. That's an event where experts in the emergency response field share their expertise. Classes will be held with topics ranging from burns to cardiac events to farm accidents.
So it's just an opportunity for us to teach some of the different aspects of our job to the guys, some updates. And really in the Midwest, we just don't have that many opportunities. So we have the venue and we have the opportunity to do that.
Attendance to the conference was limited to 500 participants. The three-day event runs through Wednesday. The KOAM Nation today hosted a STEAM fair to encourage local youth to engage in education. Officials with the nation want to celebrate and encourage students to enter and participate in the fields of science, technology, engineering, art, and math, STEAM. Participants from several area tribes participated and showed their peers their research for presentation.
Because the 5 areas that we're talking about, the science, technology, engineering, art, and math, these are all areas that, in order to succeed in today's world, these are areas that kids need. They need these areas in their furthering not only their education, but in everyday life.
There's going to be an award luncheon for participants and guests on Wednesday at Downstream Casino. The Fort Scott National Historic Site is hosting the 30th annual National Junior Duck Stamp Art Contest. Participants will learn about types of waterfowl and what judges look for in the artwork. Students will create original artwork using watercolors, crayon, or pencil.
So at the state level, the contest is open to K through 12 students, and we judge by grade level in groups, and we pick winners from each grade level, and then that artwork is displayed on a rotating exhibit throughout the state. So it's a great chance for kids to display their art, for people to see their art.
Entries for this competition are due by March 15th. Kansas City International Airport plans to open a new terminal at the end of this month. Some Kansas City residents got a sneak peek at the facility. Mark Palouse reports.
10,000 Kansas Cityans got a sneak peek at the new terminal here at KCI today. The new terminal cost $1.5 billion and it replaces the old terminals that opened in 1972, which was more than 50 years ago.
The new terminal project began in 2018 when Kansas City decided it wanted a modern airport. The new terminal is more than 1 million square feet and has plenty of nods to the city of fountains. The new terminal, which sits on the land where Terminal A used to be, will have 40 gates to start, but will be able to expand to 50 gates in the future. Earlier today, we talked to a representative of the airport, and he says it was beyond time for KCI to move into a modern terminal.
The existing terminals have some problems. There's not enough restroom capacity in the gate area. There's not enough seats in the gate areas. And there's just, quite frankly, not enough space.
This is great. I'm really glad to see them really invest back into the city and bring us, kind of up to modern times, because the old airport, really was showing its age.
The new terminal is scheduled to open on February 28th. A little bit later, a Missouri Southern baseball player earns MIAA Hitter of the Week honors.
Plus, we're tracking chances for thunderstorms in the forecast. We're going to look at that coming up. After a pretty nice weekend, temperatures warmed up Saturday and Sunday. Today was great. We have partly sunny skies, temperatures 65 to 70 during the afternoon. Just a few mid and upper level clouds, which we still have out there right now. It's a nice shot of Indigo Sky Casino and Resort Indigo just outside of Seneca, Missouri. All right, temps still pretty good. 55 in Stockton, 61 in Anderson, Miami at 60. It's 58 in Parsons, so mainly upper 50s to lower 60s. We'll slide back as we go through the evening hours, but we are dry, which you can see at 7th and Rangeline. Sitting at 60, winds are pretty much calm. Humidity is low at 31%. Through the rest of the evening hours, slipping back through the 40s, eventually down to about 39 later on tonight. But we do have the clouds, these mid and upper level clouds, nothing underneath them, so we're going to stay dry as we go through the overnight hours. But out to the west, you can see a little spin just to the southwest of Los Angeles. We're going to take that little system plus this system moving into the Pacific Northwest, and that's going to change our weather up as we go through the middle of the work week and then continuing as we head into the second half of the work week. It's going to stay dry tonight. It will stay dry tomorrow, but rain chances tomorrow night will start to creep up. Here's 2 a.m., here's 6 a.m. Wednesday morning. We can go to 10 a.m. Wednesday morning, and then they will start to trail off as we go into Wednesday afternoon. All right, let's go through time tonight. Partly cloudy, upper 30s to near 40 for an overnight low. We are going to see these mid and upper level clouds increasing as we go through the daytime hours. Watch the winds. They switch out of the southeast. These will start to pick up as we go into the afternoon. So a lot of clouds, but temperature is still pretty good. I think most of us go into the upper 60s to near 70. 39, chilly start, 61 at noon, 5 p.m. 66. Look at the southerly winds at about 10 to 20 and starting to increase across the region. Clouds continue to thicken up tomorrow night. Here comes our next storm system. A few random showers late. As we go into Wednesday morning, look at the showers and thunderstorms increasing in our western counties. So here's 7 a.m. through the morning, bands of showers and thunderstorms, and especially once you get to I-44 and south, some of these could be a little bit stronger, maybe some small hail and some gusty winds, but I think they'll stay below that severe limit. Scattered thunderstorms continue through the morning. Once we get to about the noon hour, the back edge will push on through, and then look at this. We get sunshine that returns, temperatures into the mid 60s, and then colder air starts to plunge in as we go into Thursday. So with this system, the winds are going to be strong. It's not too bad tomorrow. Gusts kind of 25 to 30, but look how they go up. Wednesday morning, 45, pushing 45 to 50 by the time we head into Wednesday. So it is going to be very windy as we go through the next couple days, and those winds will usher in some cooler temperatures by the time Thursday rolls around. So highs only into lower 40s. Look at this, overnight lows, lower 20s by the time we head into Friday morning. And then our next storm system moves in with cooler temperatures by the time we head into the weekend with rain chances back into the forecast. 67 tomorrow, near 70 on Wednesday. Those morning thunderstorms. High of only 45 Thursday, down to 22 Thursday night. Showers back in late Friday, late Saturday into Sunday. Could even get a wintry mix by next Monday. Another storm system next Wednesday and Thursday. So we stay very active over the next couple weeks.
So you're talking about a high near 70 in a couple of days and the possibility of a wintry mix before the week is through.
All over.
I guess. Thanks, Doug. Hey, don't be surprised if the water tastes a little bit different in Parsons, Kansas for the next couple of weeks. City officials say some people might notice some chlorine taste and odor as the city conducts scheduled maintenance. Still ahead, the Carl Junction girls finish up their regular season with a rivalry game against Webb City. And Pitt State and Missouri Southern sweep the weekly MIAA Player of the Week awards. Jacob Leonard has that and more up next.
Well, we have a COC rivalry game tonight in Webb City. The Webb City girls welcome in the Carl Junction Bulldogs in the final game of the regular season. The Cardinals are 15-9 coming into this one. On the other side, CJ 24-1, ranked number 1 in the state in Class 5. That game will tip off at around 7:15 at Webb City High School. Now, with a win, Carl Junction would earn the outright COC League Championship. If they lose, they would share it with Republic. We're going to be at this game. We'll have highlights right here tonight at 10. At the college level, the Kansas Jayhawks move up the national rankings this week. The Jayhawks are up 2 spots to number 3 in the latest AP poll released today. And KU is 22-5 overall after beating 8th-ranked Baylor on Saturday. Elsewhere in the Big 12, the Kansas State Wildcats are down 2 spots in the poll this week. They were 1-1 in a pair of Big 12 games last week, falling to Oklahoma on Tuesday. before bouncing back with a 6-point win over 19th ranked Iowa State on Saturday. Tonight, it's a big one in the Big 12. Kansas is on the road against TCU in a top 25 matchup. Now, the Horned Frogs enter the night ranked number 24 in the country. And when these two teams met earlier this season, TCU beat Kansas by 23 in Lawrence. This one will get started at about 8 p.m. The Jayhawks, by the way, are 2-point underdogs. Well, Pittsburgh State and Missouri Southern have swept the weekly MIAA baseball and softball awards this week. Pitt State's Paxton Hayes is the MIAA softball hitter of the week after a big weekend in the Pitt Triangular against Drury and Wayne State. Hayes hit .692 in 4 games with 2 doubles, 4 home runs, and she drove in 19 runs. Right now, she's second in the conference with 21 total RBIs in 14 games for Pitt State. The MIAA softball pitcher of the week is Missouri Southern's Avery Tallman. She made 4 appearances last week with 3 starts, picking up 3 wins. She also picked up 7 strikeouts while allowing just a .269 batting average. The biggest of those 3 wins was on Sunday. Tallman threw a complete game for the Lions in their 6-2 win over 16th ranked Southern Arkansas. She has 8 wins in the circle this season, tied for the most in the MIAA. The MIAA baseball pitcher of the week is Pitt State's Zach Shoemaker. In his start against Sioux Falls Friday, he threw 5 shutout innings, allowing just 2 hits while striking out 10. Shoemaker is now 2-0 to begin the season with a .75 ERA, 19 strikeouts in just 12 innings of work. And finally, Missouri Southern's Nate Miskowski is the MIAA baseball hitter of the week. In 4 games last week, he hit .722 with 13 hits, 4 home runs, and 10 RBIs. Miskowski is second in the MIAA with 22 hits in 12 games and also tied for second in the conference in home runs. He's already hit 4 this season. It's times like these, days like this, pretty happy I'm covering sports in this area. We have a bunch of local athletes doing a bunch of good things.
Obviously, a lot of awards handed out. We'll be right back. Here's a look at what's coming up on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. A Joplin-based organization hosts a counseling session to help parents of kids dealing with anxiety. Plus, President Biden makes an unannounced visit to Ukraine. He makes a pledge to continue helping. And a look at the continued cleanup efforts in Ohio after a train derailed and spilled toxic chemicals. Those stories, a lot more, of course. It's all coming up tonight. KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. The National Park Service is set to build a new addition under the Lincoln Memorial to pay tribute to the monument's civil rights history. It'll feature exhibits and presentations highlighting the history of the monument as a backdrop for civil rights demonstrations throughout history. The National Park Service says that includes the achievements of Abraham Lincoln and individuals such as Marian Anderson and Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. That $69 million project was first announced in 2016. Weather-wise, we're going to enjoy a couple more very spring-like days.
Yeah, temperatures are great again for us. Tomorrow, 67, 69 on Wednesday. We are going to get thunderstorms on Wednesday morning. Some of those could be strong and then turning sharply colder as we go into Thursday and Friday.
Final sports note.
It's somehow already high school basketball playoff time. Lamar Tigers, they're in the first round of Class 3 District 12 tournament against Clever. Starting in just a few minutes, we'll have those highlights right here tonight at 10.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you right back here at 10. Let's make it a great evening.